What else I like? Ah, Chernogorия. What is it?
Begins
Montenegro.
good,
Montenegro.
good,
It's
good. Yeah,
wonderful.
Montenegro. I
Montenegro. It is
I have never
wonderful.
been. I've never been to Montenegro. I've been to Croatia a couple of times, and I know it's close. And so I assume that it's got beaches like Croatia, and they were beautiful. It's really, really nice place.
I didn't like beaches at all. I was last
Oh, okay.
year there. It it
Okay.
it it, it, it was they were crowded like in Sochi in the Soviet Union. It was
Uh-huh.
terrible.
Okay, okay, okay.
but
I
but
see.
we traveled a lot. That nature is wonderful there. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the scenery, beautiful scenery, yeah,
Scenery, yes,
beautiful
and
landscape.
mountains and caves and everything, monasteries and
I
many.
must try it one time.
Yeah,
You know, I
it
would
is
love
very
to try it.
beautiful.
I've never tried it, but I will. It's on my list. It's on my list of places I must go.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
before we finish, let's definitely try a little bit of third conditional. I think Sonali there is having trouble getting his video working. But let's try a couple of third conditional. So, if I hadn't arrived today, Olga, what would you have
Mhm.
done instead?
I would have a walk.
You would have worked, yeah? You would have worked. You
I,
would have
I
prepared for the next class.
no, I would have a walk.
Oh,
A
you
walk.
would have gone for a walk, yeah? You
I
would
would
have gone
have
for a
gone
walk.
for a walk.
I want you to quickly say these two words for me. Say work and walk.
Walk,
Work,
walk,
walk.
walk, walk,
Good.
walk, walk, work,
Walk, work,
work,
walk,
work,
work.
walk.
They do say walk. They have a different pronunciation in the United States for walk. They say walk,
Walk.
walk. And so
Mhm.
it is different in the UK and in the US, that particular word. And I think that that makes it even more challenging to pronounce that
Mhm.
word correctly. But I have noticed, yeah, that quite often when I listen to students, I hear the wrong word. I hear walk instead of work or work instead of walk. But yeah, work rhymes with Turk. Work rhymes with Turk, a person from Turkey, and walk rhymes with talk. Talk, walk, cork. Yeah, even
Mhm.
cork. Yeah, cork. Walk, talk, cork. Cork like in a wine bottle. Cork,
Yes,
cork,
cork,
walk, talk.
cork.
Okay, let's try a different one. If you had found £100 this morning, what would you
Mm.
have spent it on? Or not, €100, let's say.
I would have bought a trip around the world.
Wow, yeah. I don't know if €100 is enough, Olga, unfortunately. Trip round the world is maybe £1 million nowadays.
Yeah,
It's more expensive.
it's a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see if I can, if Sonali is here. Are you here, Sonali? Let's see. I don't see
Yes,
it.
Dev. Hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, hello. Excellent. I'm afraid you've come a little bit late, Sonali. Maybe
Yeah.
it was confusion about UK time or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it happens, but yeah, it's 12:30 here. But let's so introduce yourself. Have you been to one of these classes before?
Never.
Okay, okay. And so tell us, why are you learning English?
Because I like it.
Okay,
I
for
like to
pleasure.
speak well. Yeah.
I see, I see. And do you use English at work at all? What do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer.
Okay, okay. What kind of software do you work with?
Oracle, Unix,
Sorry, Unix or Linux?
or, Oracle and Unix. The technologies that I work
Oracle.
on, yeah,
Uh-huh.
Oracle and Unix.
I know Oracle. Yeah, I must admit, I know nothing about software. I'm a bit of an idiot when it comes to software. Certainly not a software engineer.
Oh,
Okay, well, we've just been doing a little bit of practice with conditionals, but we can do a few minutes of speaking quickly because I don't want you to have turned up for nothing. So we'll go a little
yeah.
bit. We'll go a little bit longer, but yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, where are you from?
I'm from India.
Okay, okay, and whereabouts do you live in India? Tell us a little bit about your town.
Okay. I'm basically from Aurangabad, and I have studied my engineering in computer science, and I'm a seasoned professional with with more than 14 years of experience, and
Excellent.
um, and that's it. And this is I have taken a few courses of yours on Udemy as well as on Grammar Shed also. Um, um, that's it. What
Excellent.
more
Yeah.
can I
Which
say?
courses do you have? Is it the grammar and
Okay,
vocabulary? That's usually
one
what we do.
one I have taken is common mistakes, and
Uh-huh.
the other one is phrasal verbs.
Okay, okay, I see those two. I'm doing another common
Oh,
mistakes course at the moment. I'm in the middle of making a new one. And
oh,
I've just
great.
taken mistakes from my students again, and yeah, I talk about the corrections in each
Okay.
class. But I hope it's
Okay.
more detailed, the next course. I'm trying to put more details. There's one on the board at the moment, but I'm trying
Would
to
that
put more
code
details.
would it be available on Udemy or on
Mm,
Grammarship?
It will only be available on the Grammar Shed. I'm coming back to just the Grammar Shed now because I've realized that over time Udemy take more and more and more of a percentage. The amount that they take gets higher and higher
All
and higher.
right.
So yeah, I
Right.
just can't afford to give it to Udemy
So
anymore. They give it away for free, more or less.
yeah. So I'll surely take this on Grammarship when you complete with
Excellent.
this, you know.
Yeah, I'll put it out. Of course, I'll put it out on and tell everybody about it on YouTube as soon as it's ready.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you, as you're a software engineer, I think you're going to have an opinion about Bitcoin. What do you think about Bitcoin, Sonali?
About what?
Bitcoin. Yeah, I just figured
Bitcoin.
because you work with computers, you must know about
I
Bitcoin.
do,
You must have an opinion.
but I have a vague knowledge about it. I have
Okay.
not bought any of the coins yet. So
Okay, but
I
it will.
can't.
My new course will be available for a discount in Bitcoin. And being honest, I'm
Is
thinking
it?
about yes, certainly. I give
I
discounts for
think
Bitcoin payments.
I think it is not regulated in my country as such. There's no what do you call? It's not authorized as such to use. It's illegal as of now. I think so. I'm not sure.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you need permission to trade with
Yeah.
another
Mm,
person in India. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
that's interesting because I don't think
Especially for
usually,
Bitcoins.
especially Bitcoin. And why do you think that
Yeah.
is? Is Bitcoin considered then an enemy of the state?
I don't know why is it that why it is like that, but then I don't know.
Because of course, as I'm sure you know, it's just software. It's just code.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, interesting. I know, I know there are a few countries around the world where I think Russia's one of them, where you're still not allowed to trade. And yeah, I find that a little bit alarming, really, that the government. I think that that's overreach. We say where the
Mm,
government
yeah.
decides that they choose who you can do business with, and I always get annoyed by that. I think it's up to me who I do business with. It's not up to the government. But yeah, I
Correct.
understand it's not very developed in a lot of places, and so I'm sure it
Mm,
hasn't been. It's still early days, I think, for this currency.
yeah.
Do you want to do an exercise with us then, or would you prefer speaking? Because in fact, you haven't been before, so perhaps you'd like to try one of the pictures. Yeah, I often give
Sure.
students the pictures. You might have seen it on one of the YouTube videos. So I'll stop sharing
Yes,
this
yes.
one, and hold on a second. I will find the pictures because I think that's better. It's not nice open speaking for students. I think it's better for students and better for making progress. Hold on a second. I'll just find it in my files. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, and then okay, so these are the pictures, and we'll just take one randomly. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Perhaps this one. Yeah, what can you see in that very first picture?
I think it's some ticket counter and
Uh-huh.
people are standing in queue to get those tickets and
Good.
uh, that's it. I can see some ladies there are everybody is there like gents, ladies and children as well. Um,
Uh-huh. Good. What's the little boy doing? What do you think the little boy bought at that place?
I
Yeah, you can see it
maybe
here.
some acha, here it is. Okay. Here some candies, I think, some ice candies.
Yeah,
Um,
ice cream. Ice cream. I think he's got some
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
Yeah.
Okay. Or some
And I
ice
think
lollies.
they are on the beach, if I'm not wrong. Everybody is on the beach, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And so what happens as he walks back past everybody on the beach?
I think he is distributing to everyone over there
Sorry, he
candy.
is.
He's
What's happening
distributing.
with
Oh, here
what's happening to his ice creams?
they're getting it's melting, I think so.
The ice creams are melting. Uh-huh. And what's happening to the people who are around the little boy?
Oh, they are, what's happening is, I think they are upset. I mean, they don't seem to be too happy as such.
Yeah, because the ice cream is dripping on them. Yeah, dripping on them,
Because
to
they are
drip on.
correct, yeah.
The ice creams are dripping on all of those people. Okay, and what happens when he finally gets back to his parents?
Oh, I think he gets bashing from them, is
He
it?
gets a bashing from them. Yeah, his parents punish him. Yeah,
Yeah.
why do his parents punish him?
Maybe he was careless.
Good. Yeah, maybe because he was careless. Maybe because he. What's in his hand? Can you see what's in his hand at the end?
The stick, ice cream sticks.
Yeah, there's no ice cream for his
There's
mum and
no ice
dad.
cream.
He
Yeah.
bought them an ice cream and it's just melted and dripped on everybody else. Okay, let's
Yeah.
try another one. We'll try one more and then we'll stop there.
Alright.
Perhaps let's try this one. Yes, this is a funny one.
This guy is trying to hammer something. He's got a
Good, yeah.
hammer in his
I
hand.
think that's his dad's gold watch. Yeah, one of those old pocket watches. Yeah.
Okay. So then he
Okay.
gets some scolding from his dad. I mean, when his father watches him doing the hammering.
Good. I just want to give you a good phrasal verb for scold. It means the same as scold. His father tells him off. I just know that very few English people say the words
Okay.
which students say, which are scold, reproach, chide, rebuke. Yeah, these are all, if you ask native speakers about these words, I think they'll all say they're very old-fashioned words. They're very old-fashioned or they're very formal, very, very formal. The word which everybody learns when they're even a very little child, and the mum tells them off, tell somebody off. Yeah, so the father tells him off for trying to smash his watch.
Yeah, and then the father takes away the hammer from him
Takes
and
the hammer away. Sounds better, yeah. Takes the hammer away.
takes the hammer away, sorry. Yeah. And
Good.
and then again he scolds him, and I think he slaps him also. I'm not sure. It
Okay.
looks like and then the
What
child
is
cries loudly.
how do we say for suddenly start crying? There's a good expression for suddenly start crying.
Suddenly start crying, right?
Yeah, there's a good expression. So burst into tears. Yeah,
Burst into tears, exactly.
he
Yeah.
bursts into tears. You can burst into laughter as well, or burst out laughing or burst into laughter. But he bursts into tears. You can also say he throws a temper tantrum. He throws a tantrum, throws a temper tantrum. Sometimes we say temper as well. But he throws a tantrum. Yeah, it's when you get hysterical and start screaming and shouting.
Yes, and then his it looks like his mother is intervening, trying to intervene and
Intervene.
pacify
Good.
pacify her husband.
Good. You
Not
could
to
say
scold.
calm him down, I would say. But pacify is good, but I just want you always to use phrasal verbs when you can, because that's what everybody does here. Everybody's using phrasal verbs, and I think everybody says calm him down here. She tries to calm him down. She tries to pacify him, placate him.
Yeah. And I think looking at his mother, the child throws more tantrums.
Yes, gets
Because now he,
louder. He screams louder. Good.
because now he's got somebody by his side. So
Good.
And then still he doesn't stop. So probably the grandmother or I don't know whose grandmother or grandfather.
Yeah, grandmother comes.
And they
What
all
does the father
try to
decide
do
to
the
do?
same thing, but the father is like unstoppable. He
Good.
wants to bash him.
Bash
So that
sounds a little bit like that to me. Bash, it sounds more like
Okay.
a punch. He tries to smack him on the bum, is what we usually say. Smack.
Okay, yeah.
It's not allowed anymore, but it was certainly what I received when I was naughty. Yeah, you got smacked on the bum. Smack somebody on the bum.
Yeah. And
Good.
the grandmother and the mother, they both are unable to, what do you say,
Calm him down.
calm father down.
Yeah, calm the father
Calm
down.
the father down. And so the grandfather also pitches in. Pitches in.
Pitches in.
Pitches in.
Pitches in. Yeah, he comes to help. He pitches in. You do pitch in when you help. Yeah.
Yeah. And the same, all three of them, they try to, calm down the father, but he's I don't know, I'm lack of
Angry,
word actually.
frustrated. Yeah, he's angry, he's
Yeah,
frustrated, he's irritated.
yeah.
Okay, what does the
Maybe
grandfather suggest? The grandfather has an idea.
yeah. The grandfather seems to, yeah, he gives the hammer back to the child,
Uh-huh.
it looks like, and he gives something else to play with the hammer, I think so, if not
He
the
gives
watch.
the child the watch and the hammer. Good. What does the child do?
He breaks it completely, of course.
Smashes it. Yes, smashes it to
Smashes it.
pieces. I think a good expression here is smash something to
Smashes it.
pieces. He smashes the
Yeah,
watch to
smashes
pieces.
it. Correct.
Okay, we'll stop there for today. But that was excellent, Sonali. I'm sorry you came right at the end of it. So I think UK time is 1 hour earlier than you assumed. Yeah, just
Next
so that
time,
you know,
next
it's
time.
12:42 at the moment in the UK, and so that just for you, so it's easier to work out the hours. But yeah, I will do another class next week. So keep an eye on the Grammar Shed to find out when the next speaking class happens. I'm going to have to shoot off now because I have Marianne in a little bit. I have another student coming in about 15 minutes. But I will see you
Alright.
both, next week or the week after.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Very nice to see you both. Take it easy and have a
Thank you so
great day.
much.
I hope it's as sunny where you are as it is where I am. It's amazing weather today.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Kiran.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness. Oh